Fun fact, the term hip hop originated from Keith Cowboy Wiggins. Play the music.
Baby, baby.
Welcome to Open M.I.C. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Raheem. Now, Open M.I.C is a music podcast where you can find anywhere that you get podcasts. You can also watch it on YouTube if you're one of those visual people like myself. Now, today's episode, I'm going to talk about J. Cole's new song, Port Antonio, and the reaction from people and my thoughts. I'm going to give my thoughts on Tommy Richman saying he's not hip hop. I'm going to finally address Diddy. And then I'm going to talk about the Piece by Piece movie that just came out. Without further ado, let's get it, shawty. So J. Cole dropped a song called Port Antonio, which had him addressing a lot of things, including the beef between Kendrick and Drake and why he didn't engage in it. Also has some real elite rapping from J. Cole, but it's J. Cole. So we expect that. And I wanted to wait a little bit before I responded to it. I wanted to listen to it more. I wanted to see how I feel. And what I'm coming to is a couple conclusions. One is I don't think people are genuine when it comes to anybody in the big three. Drake, Kendrick, or Cole. You have people who are on the extreme, who are like big fans of them, who are going to glaze them and they're going to disrespect you or say crazy things if you have anything negative to say. Then you got the people who hate them, who gonna say they're boring, they're trash, they ain't got hits, whatever, depending on which artist you are a big fan of. You got the extremes. But what I'm seeing is a lot of people aren't genuine in their critique of this song because they're saying like, "Oh, you shot the first shot, and you've been saying you're the best rapper and all this stuff." Rappers say they're the best rapper. That's what they do. Every rapper says they're the best rapper. That doesn't mean they want to engage in beef. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just at an age too where I personally don't engage myself in beefs that I don't want to be a part of. I don't engage myself in shit I don't want nothing to do with. You know, if it's not sitting right on my spirit, I don't engage in it. That's just me. And people will be like, oh, it was rap. It was going to stay rap. We saw where the Kendrick and Drake beef went. That wasn't just rap. You know what I'm saying? That was like some other stuff. That was clearly these two don't like each other. And J. Cole caught in the middle. Because when you even listen to Euphoria, most of the bars ain't at J. Cole. It's just like a little light jab. It's like what they do, like I'm the best type of stuff, which all of them have been doing. But I think that the critique is like people are saying, oh, you threw a shot and it just didn't stick. And I want people to stick to that because J. Cole did make a song, and everybody who listened to that song can tell that his heart wasn't in it. We can all tell. So if we can tell that his heart wasn't in it and he doesn't have beef with him, why do we want him to engage in a beef he doesn't have? That just sounds crazy to me. Like there are certain lines that he say in the song, and I'm like, yeah, just because he doesn't engage in the beef doesn't mean he's not an elite rapper. It doesn't mean that he can't go bar for bar with anybody. We've seen it on features, we've seen it on stuff like that. And that's when I think when J. Cole is saying he's the best, he's talking about that type of stuff. I don't think he wanted to engage in the beef. You know, there's rumors that Schoolboy Q and all these people got into his ear and told him to get out. I just don't think he wanted to engage in the beef. I think a lot of people aren't being genuine. I think a lot of people are going with the running joke and stuff like that. Cause like the joke is to make fun of J. Cole for being boring. The joke is like people don't like J. Cole. Like there was literally a whole thing like fuck J. Cole. That was a thing. And I think a lot of people are running with that. And I think a lot of people don't have actual like they if you really ask them, they are fans of this man. They listen to this man. I'm a big fan of his. I'm not gonna act like I'm not. I have my critiques of J. Cole, just like I have my critiques of everybody. You know, I have criticisms. I love music. You could say I'm a music critic. I wouldn't call myself a journalist because I'm not. I have too much respect for journalists, but I have my critiques. But the critiques that y'all have for J. Cole, it seems to be something else. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm at a different stage in my life where if it don't sit right with me, I don't engage. But it's kind of weird that we are praising we're praised like Drake is getting praised by some people for engaging in the battle that he lost, that he got wiped. Because they're like, oh, at least he engaged. And we disrespect J. Cole because he didn't want to engage in something because he would rather preserve his friendship. Damn, that was a mouthful. Like, I don't know. Like I'm the type of person that would rather preserve my friendship than worry about what social media thinks or preserve a relationship. I don't care what social media thinks. That's what I took from this song, like him saying like, yo, I would rather keep my friendship with both of these people than engage in a beef. That's what I took. And I don't know why people are all like, oh, you've been saying you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. Every rapper has said they are the best. Every rapper. Even somebody as trash as Lil Yachty has said he is the best. That's what you do as a rapper. You have to think you're the best. Every rapper is going to think that they're the best. If you don't think you're the best as a rapper, you're probably in the wrong sport. You feel me? Because rap is a sport, in my opinion. Just like every basketball player thinks they're the best. Like you got to make it as a rapper or an athlete, you got to have irrational confidence. You got to. But I think the critique that J. Cole is getting is is not genuine. There are some genuine critiques you can have of J. Cole. This is not one of them, in my opinion. Because the people who are like, oh, y'all praising J. Cole for backing out of the beef. No, I'm not praising somebody for backing out of a beef that they didn't have. That I just don't want a half-hearted battle if your heart ain't in it, number one. But I also understand. It's more so me understanding where the man is coming from. As somebody who, instead of me going off on certain people recently, mind you, too, I will rather engage in like, you know what, let's just agree to disagree because I would rather preserve the friendship. And that's what it is. That's just what it is. Um, I think the critics of J. Cole are just it's getting to the point where we are starting to underrate him because of the disrespect. And that's crazy because at one point we overrated him. And this is coming from a big J. Cole fan. So it blows my mind. I don't think a lot of the critique is genuine. Um, I think all he is saying is he would rather maintain his friendship with these two. He is still an elite rapper, but he doesn't care what social media thinks. But what J. Cole does need to do, I do need him to stop explaining himself. He got to stop. He got to stop. Because it doesn't matter what he says. It don't matter how good the bars are. The people are stuck in their ways. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He can have all the proof like, oh, see, this is why I didn't want to get into it and blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. He got to stop explaining himself to people who don't want an explanation, to people who don't care. Just give us the fall off. Just give us elite rapping. Keep doing what you've been doing. Because the people who are going to have something negative to say are still going to have something negative to say, regardless. They were going to have something negative to say, even if you would have engaged in the beef and won the beef. Stop explaining yourself. You got to stop, J. Cole. Stop explaining yourself to these people. You just got to stop. Now, I also want to talk about Tommy Richman. Tommy Richman made a comment that he's not hip hop. And I took it a couple ways. One is, who the fuck thought you were hip hop? Who thought Tommy Richman was hip hop? Who heard him and was like, that's a hip hop artist? Because he's not. But also, he used hip hop. He did use hip hop to get big. That part, he did do that. He Post Malone it. And I hope that like he shows respect to the genre and stuff like that. But he's not hip hop. Nobody who really loves hip hop thought he was hip hop. The people who thought he was hip hop were white people. We never thought he was hip hop. But we also can't act like hip hop didn't make him big. His two biggest songs, hip hop. Those are hip hop songs. They're hip hop songs. So him saying he's not hip hop, very true. Him using hip hop is also true. And I'm getting tired of this same cycle happening over and over again. We saw it with Post Malone, we saw it with MGK. We see it all the time. When you want to blow up, when you want something to go viral, when you want like people to talk about it, you use hip hop. That's when you want to get respected, you leave the genre. And he is going to do that. We see it already. He backtracked because DJ Head called him out. Let's call it what it is. He used hip hop to get big, but he's not hip hop. He did what they all do. So I want you to stay on that lane. You said what you said. Now stay where you at. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel. You said what you said. Now stay where you at. You not hip hop, cool. That's just my opinion on it. I don't know who thought he was hip hop to begin with, because I would love to have a conversation with those people. But I'm gonna take a break and then I'm gonna talk about something serious. Let's get it. So, something that's been on my mind since Diddy got arrested was how we are just linking a lot of these black celebrities and other celebrities to these dangerous allegations without no proof. We are saying all these things about these people with no evidence of such things happening. And I don't understand why we are doing that. Um, we are linking like Jay-Z and Beyonce and basically any big black celebrity who's been at a Diddy party. We're linking them to these allegations that Diddy has. Because I know a lot of people want to focus on the sex, like who's gay and who's that. But he's being accused of a lot of heinous things, underage stuff, drug stuff, some SA. Like he's being accused of a lot of things. So I know y'all want to focus on who's been at the parties and stuff like that. Going to a party don't make you guilty. Engaging in those crimes make you guilty. I don't know why um, people are so fascinated with this. Um, I don't know why people like are putting these heavy crimes though on these people. I I don't need to defend them. I just find it crazy that we are doing that. There's nothing that came out that said any of these people are elite. And y'all are listening to Jaguar Wright. Y'all listen to the Jaguar Wright. It might be entertaining, and she might be right once in every 100 videos, but that don't mean we gotta listen to her, guys. A broken clock is right twice a day. We ain't gotta listen to her. She has said some wild things. Y'all want to point out the stuff that Jaguar Wright has been right on? Point out the stuff that she's been wrong on. Because there's a lot more of that. And people are like, oh, well, if she was wrong, why Jay-Z and Beyonce or why this person hasn't sued her? You can't take what you gonna sue her for? What you gonna get? Nothing. It's gonna cost you more money and time dealing with that than it is to like go to court. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You go at the other people. That's why Pierce Morgan walked them comments back. To have Jaguar Wright on there and people like citing her is crazy to me. But I just don't like that we are linking all of these black people we don't know if they did anything. We don't know. But to link them to these crazy crimes and stuff like that, it don't sit right with me. It don't sit right with me because of the stuff that Diddy is accused of. And it also bothers me how some of y'all are so focused on who might be gay, who might have done some activities, but y'all not focusing on the crimes. Y'all so ready for gossip and stuff like that. Y'all not focusing on the actual crimes. That bothers me. That makes me mad. Because, like, what y'all are saying Jay-Z and Beyonce are guilty of are crimes. And y'all saying these things with no evidence. That's crazy. Because y'all not going to walk it back if nothing comes back out that they did anything or any of these other black celebrities that y'all think did something. Y'all not going to walk it back. Y'all going to move on to the next TMZ topic. That's crazy to me. That bothers me. And I'm not caping for these billionaires. But y'all got to recognize some of the stuff y'all are accusing these people of. Now, what to do with Diddy's music? That's a that's a different conversation. I have people like, "Oh, we should do the Diddy's music, but we did the R. Kelly." First of all, a lot of y'all have not stopped listening to R. Kelly. Just call it what it is. Um, but the case is different because the stuff that Diddy is being accused of, it is heinous. The music is not about those things. The music is not about those things. R. Kelly's songs were literally about the actions that he was committing. The man is in the back of Aaliyah's album cover, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. He wrote all the songs, including Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, while marrying an underage Aaliyah. Like, the music is about his deeds that he's doing. That's crazy. That's why it's different. And I'm not telling people go ahead and go make Diddy some more money and listen to all his songs. No, but I don't think you should feel guilty if I Need a Girl comes on and you sing it. I don't think you should feel guilty for that. I don't think that you should stop listening to him because I don't think that the situation is the same. Both terrible individuals, but I don't think the situation is the same. Um, I'm not gonna go out my way to listen to Diddy. Um, but if I'm being real, I never did. I never went out my way to listen to Diddy. I never went out my way to listen to R. Kelly. It's very easy for me to never hear a song that either one of them made. But if a Diddy song comes on, like I'm not going to be like, if it's a song that I like what's that Mario Wine song? I don't want to know. That's not even a Diddy song. Diddy's on it. I'm not gonna turn it because Diddy's on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this is making sense. I don't even know if it makes me a bad person. I just don't think that the situation is the same. Like the crimes, terrible crimes. But one person's songs are about the terrible actions that they were committing. The other one wasn't. So it's very easy for me to understand if somebody doesn't stop listening to Diddy. But also, if we if we did this like the moral police on every artist's music, we not listening to nobody. We not when what standards do we have for that? So we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. Because are we listening to rappers who put drugs in the community? Rappers who've been accused of beating people up? Rappers who've been accused of putting their hands on women? Like what do we like when do we stop, I guess? Because a lot of our favorite artists have been accused of some crazy things. Some have done it, some have not. So if we're going to do the like morality of and stuff like that, play those games, just be careful. Be careful because we gonna end up giving up all music that we listen to. Because even if it's not the artist, the producer might have something, the songwriter might have something, the person they sampled might have something. Like it's a slippery slope, is basically what I'm saying. So if y'all want to continue to listen to Diddy's music, I'm not gonna stop you. I honestly, it doesn't matter what I think. Y'all are going to do whatever y'all want. It doesn't matter what these people have done. I just went on a whole discussion and I literally just thought about a couple artists that I have seen people literally say, they ain't hit me. They ain't hit me. They ain't do this to me. It don't matter. People are going to listen to what they want to listen to. I don't think we need to do what we did or what some of y'all say y'all did to R. Kelly's music, to Diddy's music, but I'm not mad if you do it. I also I also am not playing the morality police because I know that's a slippery slope. So, um, let's go to something brighter because I don't want to end on that depressing ass topic. So, I want to talk about the Piece by Piece movie that just came out. It's the movie, the Lego movie about Pharrell's life, his music and everything. I enjoyed the hell out of that. The creativity, the colors. I think to do Lego, dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's some stuff missing, but you can only do so much in the amount of time. Like, I would have loved to hear more about like NERD, more about like certain albums for Pharrell, like the solo stuff. But it still gave me what I wanted. You know, it made me want to go make a Pharrell playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like listening to a lot of like Neptune's production, NERD. I started listening to them a lot again. Um, Especially that song Lap Dance. I listened to I just went it brought me back to my childhood, some of the songs and stuff like that, to hear the creative process and all that stuff, to hear him talking about his relationship with his wife. Now if I was her, I wouldn't have waited because I don't believe in doing all that. Um I think they could have elaborated a little bit better on that because it made it seem like she was just waiting around for him until he was ready, which a bit problematic. But I think the movie was great. I enjoyed one of my favorite releases of the year. Um, I like Lego movies already. I like the creativity. I like the music behind it. I'm a big fan of uh Neptune's Pharrell production. Um, I like how it involved like all of these other artists and stuff like that too. Like you had Snoop Dogg, Kendrick, Nori, you know what I'm saying? Hove was in there talking. Like you had so many like basically cameos from artists and stuff. And like the music nerd in me, the hip hop fan in me loved it. If you are a fan of hip hop, you're a fan of music, you are going to love it. You are going to be a big fan of it. Like I went into the movie theaters with no expectations and left like happy. Like I left happy. I left like this is what I'm talking about. I want more movies like this. I want more Lego movie documentary type of stuff. I don't know what we call this, but I want that now. This isn't something I thought I would want, but I want that now. You know what I'm saying? I want a Snoop Dogg story. You know, it would be a little difficult to do Snoop Dogg story because Death Row and everything, but like I would like to see them tell the story of certain like Jay Dilla. That would be so dope. I know he's not here anymore to tell his story, but that would be so dope. Q-Tip, you know, that would be dope. So I recommend if you could afford to go to the movies because the movies be expensive. Um, and to go see Piece by Piece, it is a great movie, especially if you love music. Like if you're listening to this podcast, obviously you love music. Y'all should check out Piece by Piece. It's dope. Now, before we get up out of here, I got to give y'all the song of the week. Song of the week is by Goodsoul, bonus track.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
On the mic, always spit the truth. Gave my life to Christ, this is living proof. Haters hating, and I'm trying to keep my cool. It's alright, I'm catching blessings, alley-oop. Like triple double. I've been on my hustle, on my hustle. I've been triple double. I've been on my hustle, on my hustle. I've been stressed, I ain't lucky, I've been blessed. I'm still running, Nike check. If you see me, just know I'm next. I've been fighting off the flesh, Satan scared when I flex. Say each verse with my chest, got the church house to the neck. On my hustle, homie, yep. Triple doubles, homie, yep. I've been dripping with each step. If you salty, buckle in, it's gon' get bumpy. When I win, either you with me or against. Either way, you gon' get left. I gotta keep it 10 times 10. Triple double. I've been on my hustle, on my hustle. I've been triple double. I've been on my hustle, on my hustle. I've been triple double. I've been on my hustle, on my hustle. I've been triple double. I've been on my hustle, on my hustle. I've been.
And this has been Open Mic. I've been your host, Jamal Radio Raheem, and I'll catch y'all next Wednesday with another dope pod to step to. Peace out, y'all.
Baby.